Hey, what up, everyone? This is gonna be my podcast. My name is Williams Ojewale. He down here in St. Cloud. So basically, the project we're about to start right now is talking about what we go through. I feel like we all go through a lot of stuff as human beings, but society has made us so hard to like voice out, and because of that, we see the percentage of mental health and chronic issues like really skyrocketing these days. And I feel like this platform is gonna help me, you connect together because the main goal of this thing is to do what? Is to connect, is to talk about what we're going through as human beings, is to make us feel like whatever you're going through right now, you are not alone. So we're gonna be talking about everything right here. Um, this is my first show. It feels a little different, yeah. I have all the support I want here. I have all my friends. I have Lou, which is gonna be on my first episode. This is my first season, my first episode. So I'm gonna present to you guys Lou from St. Cloud State.
Yeah, all right. My name is Lewis Williams. I'll give y'all a little background about me. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Um, I've been to St. Cloud for like 5.5 years now. What brought me here is football. I came here to play football. I'm currently studying manufacturing, engineering, technology. You can also follow me on all platforms at Stevie J Lou, 2 Y's, 1 U, STEVEYYJAYYLOU. You can follow me on all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and then Facebook, Lewis Williams.
You know what's funny right now, right? Like I for a long time, right? I felt some connection with this brother, and I'm like, this is actually. I don't want to say it's weird because it's not too weird. We make it look weird, right? They are not weird. So he has the same name like me. I have Williams as my first name. He has it as his last name.
Trying to be like
In the Department of Construction, Environmental Science, and that's crazy. I minored in construction management in St. Cloud State here, and Lou is about to graduate in a week time.
Yeah, I'm going to graduate with manufacturing, engineering, technology.
So how does he feel like? How does he feel like?
Next week.
How does he feel like?
17. Man, it feels good, honestly, because to know that I'm right there, you know what I'm saying? I just been going step by step, just taking my classes, passing, and hey, each semester I always doubted myself, like, man, no way I'm finna get through this. And then in the semester, look at my grade, I passed, I'm like, okay, sheesh, on to the next one. So, like, it's kind of a good feeling. Like, it's like you work so hard for something, and you, like, right there. And
working
you know
up.
what I'm saying? Finna be right there. And like I said, working hard. It didn't come easy. You gotta work. You gotta work hard.
I'm pretty sure he said work hard like 3 times already, and you guys are probably gonna hear a lot of work hard because I have a bunch of questions here. And basically, what we're doing today is we're figuring it how Lou was able to like scale through university, like most especially, everybody talks about college, everybody goes to college, but how many people actually finish college, and what are the little tricks, what are the tactics you use to like scale through. So I have a bunch of questions here, and what was it like growing up? Like growing up.
Growing up for me, it was kind of rough. I grew up in a rough neighborhood in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Neighborhood I grew up is low poverty, a lot of violence, a lot of gang activity. So growing up, it could have been easy for me to steer down the wrong path. Like at times, I found myself like doing stuff I knew I shouldn't have been doing. So growing up for me, I had a real bad problem with stealing. I used to steal a lot when I was growing up, and to say the least, it almost cost me my career. Like I almost wasn't here to this day because of this problem I had with stealing. So growing up, I say it was challenging because it was so much stuff like going on and around the outside world that like it's easy to just aside to it. Like it's easy to go and lose focus. And like I said, I was to go steal stuff and like sell, just doing a lot of stuff I knew I shouldn't have been doing. And it ultimately got me kicked out of school my senior year. Right when I was getting recruited.
We're gonna get to that because growing up from Milwaukee and what's the drive? What brought you down here to St. Cloud State? Like why St. Cloud all the way from Milwaukee?
Every time somebody asks me this question, it's pretty interesting. St. Cloud, I had no idea about the school. They recruited me my junior year of high school. funny thing about it is when they recruited me, I was actually in a wheelchair at that time.
Well,
I had broke both my feet, the fifth metatarsal on both my feet. If you put the feet up, it's the outside bone. I broke that on both my feet. How did I do that?
Yeah.
So my junior year of high school, I played the whole football season on my foot. It was kind of nagging me the whole season, but like I knew I was like one of the better players on the team. I played quarterback and safety at the time, and I was a kicker too. So like my left foot's always nagged me, but I just kept playing. Then the last game of the season, somebody stepped on the foot and aggravated it. And like doctor was like, all right, go put a cast in it. But you know me being a knucklehead, that she was like, all right, you put a boot on for 2 weeks, you good, you can go, do what you do. And then I wore the boot for like a week. Went into basketball season. Then like I was hopping around in the gym on one leg, shooting the ball, then the other foot snapped loud. So then fast forward, they gave me surgery. They put screws into both my feet, my right with my left, because I broke it in the same spot. So like I was in a wheelchair when St. Cloud actually recruited me. They came and recruited me right after my junior season. Like I said, never heard nothing about it. Coach was like, high school. Coach was like, if anything ever happened, give us a call. And then, like I said, I kept going. And then senior year, I had gotten into some trouble in school. Like I said, I used to be a thief. I used to steal a lot. And then I got caught stealing. And I was facing some charges, with some court charges. I had to go to court. I was facing 2 felony charges at the time. Like I was going through a lot at the time. Like some of the most challenging times of my life. It could have been easy for me to give up during that time. It could have been real easy. Like I thought about giving up during that time, but I stayed the course. So then, fast forward to senior year, after getting kicked out of school, I called St. Cloud like, hey coach, how's it doing? I told him like, I got into some trouble for stealing. Ooh. The coach like, all right, I'm gonna let you know. We're gonna give you a call back if we still interested. So then they gave me a call back and was like, yeah, we got a walk-on opportunity here for you. And it was like the last opportunity I had, and I kind of took it and ran with it.
So if I do understand what you're talking about right now, if that didn't happen towards like your senior year in high school, would you have gone to like a Division One?
Oh yeah. If I never got kicked out of school, I actually committed to Western Illinois and
was that Division One?
Yeah, they D1 FCS. I committed there to play safety, but then like I got kicked when I got into the trouble. I had to call that coach as well, and I was getting recruited by a lot of lower D1 schools, mid-major schools to come play. And then I got kicked out of school. It was kind of embarrassing. I had to call all the coaches, let them know like, yeah, I got kicked out of school. For what?
So kind of like reduce the opportunities like to play football. So like very few schools.
No schools. When I say none, I mean no schools. Like I was sitting there with no schools wanted me. Like
from Division One, from being a Division One player. So if you're talking about being a Division One player, it means you were really good at this game.
Oh yeah, I was pretty advanced for my age group. Growing up, like for the senior class, I was one of the advanced ones. Kids in the state, I should say. So I was pretty good. Yeah, it's something I love to do. I took serious. Like I worked for it. I used to train. So it's something like I actually put work and time into to actually make myself better,
So fast forward your way down to like St. Cloud State here. And for how long did you play for St. Cloud State before? Because actually football was cancelled in St. Cloud State, which was his primary goal in St. Cloud State. And you guys will see where we're going at with this conversation. So fast forward to St. Cloud State. You got to St. Cloud State. How many years did you play for?
I played for St. Cloud State for 2016, 2017 year, I redshirted that year. That was my freshman year. And then what's crazy is when I got my freshman year, at the end of the year, like I said, they gave me a walk-on opportunity, so I was walked on. I didn't have no scholarship. I was paying financial aid. They're like, you got an opportunity, you can do good, you get a scholarship. I did, was doing good my freshman year. I was finna earn a scholarship. But then last season, the last weekend of school, I had got a minor and had ended up getting suspended for the entire sophomore year. So my whole sophomore year, I was set out. I didn't play football. I was just a student. Like I was just taking regular classes.
That stuff.
Yeah. So.
Were you like still part of the team, but you weren't playing?
I wasn't part of the team. I ain't do nothing with the team. I was all on my own. And it was another time in my life where I thought about giving up. Like I was like, man, I can't play football. I can't play it no more. Like, why am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? But I just stayed the course. Like I said, I was still in school, enrolled in school, and I, continued to do my classes. And then, so I set out my sophomore year, it would have been 2017, 2018. Then I came back on the team my junior year of school, so that was 2018, 19. I played that year, And then 2019, 2020, I played that year as well, which was my red
I
shirt.
think you have a very solid record, like for like 20. I think I knew you 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I met this dude playing basketball. You know,
You want
I'm
to
a
talk?
bucket too.
You want to tell us a little bit about how good you were playing, like 2018, 2019?
Oh yeah, when I was playing, like I want to say my first year, I was playing safety. I didn't rotate in that much. I played a lot of special teams, but then that year I was like, you know what, I'm finna go hard. I started training harder, start going more. The more harder you work, like one thing about I noticed is like if you work for something, it's always gonna pay off. So like I said, I didn't play that much my freshman year, my red shirt freshman year. I was just playing for a special team. Then my redshirt sophomore year, I got a bigger role. I started to, I cracked the lineup. I was rotating in at linebacker. I was playing linebacker. I was like around 210 around this time. I had gained weight. I had got a little bulkier. I played linebacker. I was in rotation. That season I did good. I want to say like 32 tackles, something like that. But like I said, I was in second string. I had cracked the lineup from going from the bottom of the depth chart to earning my way back on the team. And then following that season, I had actually earned a scholarship, and that was the same season the year. That was the year the team got cut. Yeah. So
Okay.
like I just earned a scholarship, earned myself into the rotation, then they cut the team. Like,
oh my God! So like this is my question here. When the football team was cut from St. Cloud State, because like Lou is graduating from St. Cloud State, I graduated from St. Cloud State in the same department. So my question is, when football was cut, a lot of people left St. Cloud State. A lot of football players left St. Cloud State for like a different opportunity in different schools.
yeah.
So like, how did you feel about it? Like, how did you felt? Like, were you trying to stay, or you? What was your decision right there?
Well, to be honest, I was trying to get out of here. Like I was trying to get the fuck about to die, and I tried, but like it was unfortunate for me and a couple people in my situation, and like those in my situation because when they cut the team, I had like a year and a half of school left, and my degree, I'm an engineering major, so not a lot of schools offered my specific major, so like it was kind of hard. Like I didn't have much options left. It was like, okay, I could go somewhere else. I have to switch my major, start completely over from scratch just to play football, you know, or you stay here. You almost done. You know what I'm saying. You just finish up. So it was like kind of a challenge that it was a tough one I had to make. I'm like, okay, I know I still want to play football, but I'm like, I'm so far in school. I'm not trying to restart. And then like I've been doubting myself. And to this point, like I kept doubting myself, and I'm doing good. Like it's no point. So like it was kind of a tough decision, but ultimately I came down to the decision to stay here. Because like I always told myself prior to coming to school that no matter what will happen, like I promised my mom that I'm gonna get a degree. Like I don't care football, whatever happened with that, whatever happened, no matter what, I'm gonna get a degree. So like I wanted to stay true to my promise that I made, not only to myself, my mom, but I made that to myself. So, and I was so close to it. So I think that's what kind of made the decision a little easier for me to stay.
Focus, consistency.
Yeah, my focus. Like I knew I came here for a reason, degree. You know, at the end of the day. And that's what you know what I'm saying, whenever you got a goal set, whatever you got it set, you know, set a goal 4 or 5, 10 years from now, you just want to make sure you doing things that's going to get you closer and closer to that goal. Then, like I said, we almost at the end. We got like 7 days left.
7 days left. 7 days left. So this other question I'm going to ask is, how did this play in your mental health? Like, in your mental health, like how was the process? How were you able to like, okay, now we're not playing football anymore. Now focus on school. You know, when sport is part of your life, it's not just easy to just switch up like that. Yeah. So how did it play with your mental health?
I ain't gonna lie, that part of it, honestly, that's a big part of it. Like it was different because now like you come in like on part of a team, you got like 90, 100 guys. You know, you used to seeing these guys every day. You wake up 5 a.m. You work out with them, you practice it with them, you going competing against them guys every day. And to go from doing that, like that's a part of your daily routine. You waking up, you seeing those guys, you go to class, and then you see those guys again after practice. Sometimes even after practice, you have study halls where you see those guys again. And it kind of become like a family. Like it's a family. Like I said, coming up to St. Cloud, I didn't know nobody here. I didn't have anybody. Only thing I had was the football team. So it became kind of like a brotherhood. And like when they cut the team, it kind of like just felt like they just ripped that apart. Like it was just tough. Like it was like weird to adjust. Like honestly, like You just not you waking up at 5 a.m. no more and going hard, working out with those boys, your boys.
And so this same guys were like some of them were set of people you were like studying with. So like when the family was divided.
Yeah,
so how was studying? Like you have to study by yourself now?
Yeah, well, me personally, like I'm a guy who I study. I kind of study. You know, when I say study, we had study hall, we joke around. But like when I study personally, I study by myself. But like I said, it was just different because now I'm going on camp. I'm not seeing those guys. So like when I want something to do on the weekend or something, like I can't just hit those guys. Hey, let's go bowling. Let's go out to the bar. Let's go get a drink. It's like I just lost a group of friends. Like now a group of buddies. Now I'm back alone pretty much. It felt like it's like you alone again, almost like a sense of feeling. It's kind of like, dang, okay, I'm alone now. And you know, that football, that brotherhood, give you like a brotherhood, like you got a family with you. But then when that was taken apart, it was like, okay, I'm here alone now. I was kind of lost at first, like, all right, like I said, I didn't know if I want to stay here, what I do, should I finish school, should I leave, it was a kind of should I. But yeah, I just think staying the course was probably the best decision for me personally. Like a lot of guys, they went on to play at other schools. Some guys stayed. Some guys dropped out of school actually. Like you know, a lot of guys dropped out of school because some football was the only thing that helped them get through the day. Helped them. It was a motivation. Like okay, I know if I don't get good grades, I can't play football. So some guys made sure they got good grades to play football. But then when you don't got football no more, it's like, what am I doing here? Like So those guys just lost that motivation. Then
because I know like some people like in order to like scale through their mental health. They rather play sports, the sport they like. Because I am the kind of person that, for the past few months now, I wake up 6:30 in the morning. I go straight to YMCA. I lift. I do whatever I want to do. It get my mind straight.
Right.
And I get back and I start my day. Boom, 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 boom. Like I have no time for distraction.
Right.
So that kind of like keep me focused. And part of my staying busy was when I thought about, you know what? I'm going through something unless we don't talk about it. A lot of people are going through that. Like, what? Let's make a platform where people can like go on TV and just search. Because like when you're going through something, sometimes, YouTube is very close to Google. So anything you type on YouTube, it goes straight. You definitely see something. So I was like, you know what? Let me create a family. I definitely have a lot of friends outside there. Because this YouTube platform is not just for me or Lou or like it's literally for the unknown friends outside the world because like I came from like Nigeria and I have two different families. Like my mom is Ivorian, my dad is Nigerian, and it's kind of like it's crazy. Finding myself in the United States today is like, so what do I do? I came here with no friend, with no family. So what you're saying right now is like, wow, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And like you said, William, it was using this as an opportunity for you to share your story to the world. And with the word opportunity, I know you keep saying that a lot, and that's what the thing with people. A lot of us in this world, we just miss out on opportunity. Like it could be opportunity ahead of us. Like for example, opportunity. Like for me, like the whole reason I started YouTube and TikToking was. One of the parents was just recording me at a game. I'm just out there having fun. Strike three.
We're gonna get to that. I don't want you to drop all the sauce because we have a lot more for you guys. So this other question is actually going to where you just went right now. So outside football, Lou has been staying really busy, and you've been doing umpire, you've been doing a coach. So drive into take us through that part because despite the fact that football stopped, all right, but okay, let's take a break. We'll get back to you guys. All right. So, just like I was saying, when football stopped, you be trying to stay busy, trying to get the kids involved. Now that you're in your senior years, you're trying to influence life of kids. You've been part of the kids' life. You're trying to mentoring people, and which is a lot of stuff from football to baseball to basketball. So take us through that journey.
Yeah, so through the journey, like I said, so when they cut the team, football cut, I knew me, I gotta be a part of sports somehow, some way. No matter if I'm coaching, reffing, I wanted to find a way that I could still be a part of the sport somehow. And like I said, an opportunity for me to go umpire came up. And like I said, opportunity. I never umpired in my life. I'm like, hey, they said we pay $50. $50 an hour. I can't miss that opportunity. I'm finna learn how to ump.
You're paying $50 an
hour? $50 an hour. They I ain't never did ump. I'm finna learn how for $50 an hour. It was an opportunity for me to make more money, and I'm like, okay, I can do this on the side still.
And influence the life of kids.
Yeah, but actually, when I first started doing it, I was just like, I didn't even realize how much of an impact I can have. I was just doing it, like I was just going through the motions out there, strike, just doing my thing. And then, like I said, it started one day. I was thinking like, okay. One of the kids like, hey, you need to get something funny, like a funny strike three count. I'm like, all right, I was going home thinking like, what if I do like a bowling strike three, or I'm like, all right, I'll do the bow and arrow. Then like the next time I went to work, I was like, all right, strike three, doing the bow and arrow. I get a couple laughs. The kids was laughing, they was loving it. And then, like I said, one of the parents recorded me. And what's crazy is prior to that day, before working, I had read this book, and it's called. It's called. I gotta get the name of this book. I can't remember. But anyway, the book was talking about like how to take advantage of your opportunity, and like if you got a talent to show it to the world. Like put your talent on display. You never know like who would be amazed by the talent you had. And like me, I can flip. I can do backflip. I can do a lot of stuff. So like I was just at the game and I was umpiring, and like I did the strike three, and the kids was loving it. The parents recorded it. They was like, hey, this is pretty dope. And then I was like, oh, they think that's dope. I can show you guys something else dope. And I hit a backflip, and then the kids was just going crazy, like, ah. And then ever since then, like, from a backflip, I was like, oh, I got it. And then they was like, can you just do the backflip again? Can you do it again? Then, like, I just went out there, then I just started having more fun, like, doing different strike counts, like, strike, just doing kind of, just having fun. The kids loving it. And then afterwards, like, kids coming to me, like, oh my God, you my favorite ump. You made it so much fun for me. Like, can I take a picture with you? Then the parents coming up, like, we appreciate you making it fun. And, like, at first, like I said, I was just doing it just to do it. Then I didn't really realize, like, I was actually impacting people's lives and, like inspiring people, just bringing fun. Like, the kids was excited to come to the games, like, to come to the games. And I didn't realize, like, how much of an impact that can be.
Yeah.
So then I kind of just started just hitting backflips, telling the girls, just like doing different cheers, asking like what kind of strike counts, and it's a good way for me to still be a part of the game, even though I'm not playing. Like when I'm out there up and I'm having fun, like, and I'm still a part of it. And I always tell people like, as long as you're having fun, whatever you're doing, that's all that matters. And I'm having fun, and the kids having fun, and it's all a good time out there. So then that's how I got into the whole.
And the sad part of it is like the fact that baseball is just for a period of time. Like you can play baseball.
And then they can't play baseball.
So how does it feel like towards the end of the baseball?
To the end of the baseball, honestly, like it's crazy because like when I'm working with these kids, I'm seeing them every weekend. So like I kind of become a part of part of their lives. Like it become like, hey, I see them. Oh, I see you got better. I'm talking like, hey, you got a hit this week. Hey, like you become part of their lives, and then you don't see them for a period of time. Like it kind of like, dang, like again, like that feeling of emptiness, like, dang, that's something I love to do. Like, I love to it's impacting people's lives.
So talking about opportunity, like you didn't know you could do that, and now you seized the opportunity, and now it's like,
and it opens so many doors for me.
And now you can see how much you can impact the life of kids, and how much of a mentor you can be.
Right.
And so now, I'm pretty sure like you want to like go in that route.
Yeah.
Like, influence the life of kids.
Yeah, it was crazy. So like I said, I went from umping, and I do basketball. Even when I'm in basketball, I'm out there backflipping for the kids. They, oh my God, I keep backflipping. I'm out there dunking. They, going crazy. They loving it. It's like having a good time. And then that opportunity for me from umping opened the opportunity to ref. And now I'm going to start coaching basketball. So like, I just took those opportunities from umping, and then like didn't know nothing about it. I played basketball. Then I started reffing basketball, and now I'm finna be coaching basketball. It's kind of crazy. Now I'm finna be coaching the kids, 6th and 7th grade. So I kind of just, like I said, man, opportunity, life. The biggest thing that holds us down is opportunity. When you see opportunity, you got to jump on it. You never know what it can make the most. And also network. You got to be good to people. Like, we are put on this earth to be good to people. Like me and this dude, we play basketball. Like, we don't talk on the daily. We don't talk. But you know what I'm saying? I never did no wrong to him, but you be good to people. People see you. When people see you want to do something with your life, they want to work with you. You know what I'm saying? And he reached out to me, and that's kind of how we got here. So I just wanted to say, like, one thing in life is that time don't wait. Like, opportunity, you got to jump on it. That train continues to go, and the thing is, people get left behind. Like, you don't want to be that one to get left behind. Just don't be that one.
Like, people think, like, there's a certain time called right time. So they wait for that time, and they keep waiting. They're like, oh,
keep waiting.
What's happening? Yo, I can see that time coming, but you got to do something.
Right.
And something that opens the door, that opens the door, and the door, and there you go. Like, doors keep opening.
Doors just keep opening. Like, I'm like, it's crazy because, like
you got to want to do it.
I'm repping, I'm upping, I'm finna graduate next year. Next week.
Next week.
I'm gonna be having another job.
All right, speaking about graduating next week, and the kind of department you graduated from, which I did too, which is not a lot of people of color over there.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about why is that important right now? The reason why I'm saying this is important is when you see somebody that looks like you, automatically it's like a mentorship. It's like you've seen somebody that does what you're aspiring to do, so you can emulate them and do better.
Right.
But in the position where there's nobody in your field that looks like you look at yourself as a second man. Yeah. So tell me, lead me through how did you go through? Because I went through the same thing. Yeah. It's like every time you go to class, it's like you look so different, but at the same time, you're trying to be part of the family.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That honestly, that it's kind of crazy. Like me personally, like now that I think about it, the more people ask me about that, I guess I never really thought about like how it actually affected me, because I kind of just became prone to it. Like, all right, I'm the outsider in the class. I'm the only black guy in the whole class for the white guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I fit in? You know what I'm saying? I always feel like an outsider. Sometimes it felt weird for me. Like, I ask a question, I feel like, dang, everybody judge me. Like, oh, he's slow or something. It was just an inner thought. Like, and I want to ask the wrong question. Like, I don't want them to feel like I'm weak, like I'm dumb or something. It's kind of mentally challenging now that you think, when I'm starting to think about it more and more. But I guess I didn't think about it during it, so like it was kind of I guess it's kind of a mind over matter.
You became numb to it.
Yeah, it's
you
kind
became
of
numb to it. Like you just do it without thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm just in it now. Like I'm just like, okay, I'm an outsider. I'm not in it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was kind of weird at first to really think about it. Like now that I'm thinking about it, it was weird. But me, I'm a big believer in mind over matter. Like if you put your mind, if you wire your mind to anything,
you don't see what
you don't see. Like even if you're going through something bad, oh my God, I just lost 10 family members. But you got a fat test. You gotta wire your mind. You got some people, and crazy. Everybody can't do it. Like that's one thing I realized. Everybody can't do it, but like. You gotta try, at least attempt to.
You gotta
try.
And when you try, you keep unlocking those potentials in you that you actually didn't know you had them.
Right.
So you're like, oh, so I can actually talk with people that don't even look like me and get along with them. Even though they don't think certain way about me, but you know what? I know what I want from this department.
Right. You come from different backgrounds, come from different like family. And that's another thing you gotta realize, like those white guys, they all come from different backgrounds, you never know nobody's story. We all just in the same. Like everybody come from different. You never know what people are thinking. So one thing that big for me is like you just gotta act like when I'm in those classes and I feel like outsider or something, like I just used to, I don't know, I guess I build a relationship with my teachers. If you build a relationship with your teachers, it make you feel more comfortable in those classes, because ultimately the teachers is the ones in control of the class. So I guess the biggest thing for me, I built a relationship with the teachers of those classes, and then that helped me with those classes. So I'm not really necessarily thinking about that kind of stuff. I'm just like, all right, teacher, I need help with this grade. How can I do this assignment, or how can I do this better and stuff, start to ask questions. The thing is, you can't be scared to ask questions. You gotta establish that relationship with your teacher, and then you'll get more comfortable with being in that kind of surrounding.
I think that was what I used to. My mechanism was I tried to like see who's the leader in this department, which is Charles. Kirk. Yeah. So I walked towards him and I was like, you know what? I need help, because I didn't start in this department. Yeah. I crossed from community planning. So I came to this department as a minor. Okay. So I joined everybody else from 300 level class. Yeah. So I started 300 level class, and I had 3 semesters to go. Yeah. But trust me, I had no idea about what I was doing. Right. So I knew I wanted. Yeah. You could see it in me that this kid actually understand what he wants. All you have to do is to explain it to him. But it was so hard because all that kids would be making fun of me in the class, and I'm just like, this is college, man. If you can't grow up, I don't have your time. So
like
I was
in the 300 classes, you get in the class with a lot of those dudes. They've been together for freshman year, they got that kind of relationship. They
have the concept already about the department, and when I got there, dude, my brain was so blank. Like, I felt like I knew nothing about what I was doing. And they were giving us some homework about, you should do this, constrain, extrude, intrude, use this software, innovator.
Yeah, inventor, yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, yeah, you jump straight into that. That's
God.
a beast. That's a beast. You got.
And one thing that is really crazy is like being an outsider in that department is like nobody knew. Like I'm trying to learn something new. Where I'm coming from, I know a lot of things there before.
Right.
I'm in a new department now. You guys can definitely learn from me because I have a environment. I have a community planning idea. You guys can, but people are just seeing me as like an outsider, and you aren't bringing anything to the table. You keep raising your hand for question, and I'm like, dude, I'm paying for this class.
Right.
I don't care how the class feels about this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask questions. I ask questions during class, after class. I don't care about what people say.
I don't care.
And you know what? I graduated, and most of these people they are still there battling with GPS and everything like that. And because I was vocal about my stuff,
and they made fun of you for asking, they make you feel dumb for asking questions sometimes.
There was that dude asking question with an accent. Who cares, man? What's the point? The point is understanding the concept of the.
Understanding material.
Yeah. So one last question I would like to ask you, and this question to me, I don't know, man. It takes a tool, when I was writing this down. What would you tell the young Lou if you were facing Lou of 15 years ago? 15. What would you tell yourself? What would you tell young Lou?
That's crazy. You said that. If I was 15 years ago, like if I tell myself to just, if I was through there, I'd say just be focused. Like stay focused. If you got guys or people like around you that don't got the same goal, that just ain't positive in your life, don't hang around them, because I tend to let a lot of those people in my life, and I kind of steer down the wrong path sometimes. So if you hang around dudes and people who not got the same goals around, just let them go. It ain't no harsh feelings. You ain't got to explain yourself to them. Just let them go. I tell myself to just stay focused. Like I said, stay focused and work hard. Like just continue to work hard. Because sometimes I didn't work hard. Sometimes I did, but I did work hard. I would have worked hard 365 days of the year if I was the young Lou. I also tell the young Lou to no matter what, you can be whatever you want to be in this world. You can be whatever you want to be in this world if you you know what I'm saying, work for it. You just gotta believe in yourself, because a lot of people gonna doubt you. A lot of people gonna make fun of you. So what? One thing is, don't care about what other people say about you. I used to really care about what people said about me. Don't care about what people say about you. And ultimately, I tell myself that, hey, keep going hard, because you the only one that's stopping you. Keep going hard. Like, you can only stop you. Like, literally. Like, you can only stop you. Like, nobody can ever stop you. Like, it's up to you. Like, no matter what. Like, it have been times like I failed classes. I got to retake it. Okay, I got to do something different. Like, all right, I ain't gonna let this stop me. Like, all right, I need this degree. I'm gonna change something up. And another thing is, you can't be content with the way you doing things. Always be looking to continue to improve something, no matter what it is. If you playing a sport, I tell young Lou to try to be the best at everything. Go hard at everything. Whatever you're doing, try to be the best at it. And yeah, like ultimately, you can only stop you. So remember that. Only you can stop you.
So I keep saying one last question, but I don't know, man. I just have a lot of questions because I feel like people would love, like, I know people watching out there. We have a lot of questions also to ask. So my other question will be, what would you tell the fans, like, when it comes to sports and academic? Because, like, I know, like, there's so much topic outside there that talks about 90% of people that want to play sport eventually don't get to play sport. So what do they want to do with their life? Right. So, but you, despite the fact that sport was taken out of your life, you still kept that focus. Yeah. And, like, go through school. Now, you had two things on the table. You had your school and sport. Right. Which is a plan B. Right. People talk about don't have a plan B, but there is another person with a plan B that had something to lean on. You didn't lose everything, despite the fact that football was cancelled in St. Cloud.
Yeah, so I guess for me, honestly, if you want to say, like, my work ethic is different from a lot of people. And the more I get older, the more I see it. Like, I be like, hey, dude, I got an opportunity. You can make $600 in 2 days. You just got to come rep 20 games. Like, why wouldn't you jump on that opportunity? Like, that's $600 in 2 days. Listen. Do you know people work 5 days a week and they don't even see that? Like, you can make that in 2 days. It was just like opportunity. Whenever opportunity presented itself, like I said, that work ethic. Like me, another thing I'm gonna tell y'all, like my freshman year of college, like I was in 15 credits. I was on the football team, and I was working at McDonald's. I was working overnight at McDonald's from 10 o'clock at night to 5 a.m. in the morning. I get off of work for 5 a.m. in the morning. Then I go to football workouts from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Then I have my classes from like 8 to 1, 8 to 2, anywhere, hour class. Then I go from football practice from like 3 to 6. Then I go to study hall from 6 to 8, 6 to 7. And I'm getting like, I literally did that my whole freshman year. I literally got like 2 hours of sleep a day. And it was crazy. People, one thing about it, people gonna be like, dude, you crazy. Like, people gonna continue, like, how did you do that? How could you do that? And you just got, people gonna call you crazy. You just gotta continue to go hard. But I knew, like, I needed money. I always told myself I wasn't gonna ask my mama for nothing. I had asked my mama for nothing. I never had my dad in my life. And I never asked my mama for nothing since I've been in college. Like I said, I worked overnight freshman year to get money, to get me whatever I wanted to get. And I went to football practice, got my schooling. I did that for the whole my entire year, my freshman year, and then ever since I've been in college, like I always worked 40 hours a week on top of football and in school. So when a lot of times when I hear people like I can't do this, just like you make an excuse. When you continue to make excuses for yourself, you're gonna always find an excuse. And like me, I didn't want to make no excuses, So like that's what made me drive and continue to go hard. And like you said, the plan B, like I knew I'm engineer major. The reason my ultimate goal is to design something. I want to invent something. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to design something.
Still in the process.
Yeah, I'm gonna invent something. It's gonna be an object. Who knows what it's gonna be? And it's gonna change. It's gonna sell. It's gonna change lives. And like I was like, okay, in order for me to invent something, I needed a plan B. And like I said, the opportunity came when they was recording me. I'm like, oh, this is a good opportunity to start TikToking. Then I started TikToking. It was, start doing this thing. I'm like, hey, let me start a YouTube channel. Then I started like doing basketball, random little public interviews, a lot of little random stuff on my YouTube. But ultimately, I'm gonna start just like having podcasts like this somewhere on my YouTube. I want to just share stories. I want to share stories to the world. Like people like share my story. Like you can continue to go hard. Like I'm black as shit. I come from the hood, the ghetto, like the slums. Like I done been in stolen cars. I done shotguns, been shot at. Like I done lived the street life. That's another thing. Like growing up, I was in the streets, living a double life. Like I was go to high school, go to my practice. Then when I get home, I was going stealing, robbing, like shooting dice, just doing unnecessary stuff.
But we are.
Yeah,
Louis having a different goal.
Yeah, so then like I said, back to that plan B. So then I was thinking like, okay, how can I know I want to ultimately sell something, so what can I do to try to, like when this product come out, to get it to the world faster? So I'm like, I'm gonna start YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and just get it, build a fan base.
The more you do it, the more, the mind is like, it's like an elastic stuff. Like the more you try to like shove to it, it expands. So like the more you get your hands on stuff, new ideas come, new opportunity comes, people see somebody of a talent they're looking for. Right. It's definitely invest in you and like see you growing. You know what? This will be the end of this show with us, and don't forget the title of this show is called what? Little Talks. Here we have little talks. We have the smallest talk that means so much to each and every one of us. And Lou, hopefully again, sometimes in the future, once you touch down, catch that. Touchdown, then we'll invite you again on this podcast. We'll talk. You guys should stay tuned. Follow the story through. Definitely, I hope I'm gonna bring Lou again and we have the same like beautiful conversation. It's gonna be all pure. We talk everything here. There's nothing we censor. Here we talk real fast, brother. Thank you so much for coming through for me, man. I really appreciate it.
And last but not least, like, share, subscribe this video, and follow me on all platforms. Stevie J Lou, 2 Y's, 1 U.